The Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia's offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, they'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
On second down, looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Pushed down for the tackle. You guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it, they were big.
And here comes the punt team. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Volunteers offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the back. Bowls his way forward. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, him and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of...
They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Dances away from one. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Georgia going up tempo. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks the tackle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia lining up to punt it away. On the move, it's Cole. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
On second down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like at 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. Now you have to make him earn it now, next down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
The Vols will try to pick it up on 4th down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give your...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols! They'll try to add another to their lead.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Owens. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. On the move, he fires. Got his man downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Owens. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Second and short now after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. And you want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Defense looks as if it's coming. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he missed it. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous.
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because
He smashes his way through again. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Using his feet to buy time. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Utah State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's off to the races. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Volunteer. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to the ground. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Going to take a shot. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw it again. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. That one comes out hot down the right side. And the ball's moving quickly to the line. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on third.
Incomplete.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Pulled and finds his man on the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
On target over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
And now on second down for this offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's right on target. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He's going to pass. Caught near the sideline, it's Martinez. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Trying to get back in this game with that last score. It's a 13-point game as they're set to kick off. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. You need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
The give to the tailback. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's back to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Brock. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the bridge. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Fires to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab on the left.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. It's a draw. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that sack.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. He's looking for an open man on second down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it. Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. And the ball is loose on the return.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He will step out of bounds. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it's hard in at the 10. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And they're looking to tack just a few more points onto this lead late. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Going up top on first down. Got his man. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to